doon muna. And then at the same time kasi, Vince and sila Soxy, they had maganda yung nagawa nila. So, hindi siya conscious effort to make it different, but really trying to find my own entry point into the material. And I'm really lucky that Vince was there kasi may guidance pa din, diba? So, they've already made certain decisions in terms of the song, how the song is going to be. Ganun ka, ano yung music niya, it's really strong that you sing it, the emotions are there, the narrative is very clear. So it's really finding a different, I guess, entry point for me as a director, no? So as I've said earlier, it's a simpler, really distilled version. When they did it back then, it was, the movement, the choreography was really powerful. In this particular case, we opted to not do any choreography. And I know it's a big risk for a musical to not have any dance. It's that the ganun siya ka-stripped down. At the same time, I retained certain elements like piano lang, which for me was the most powerful thing when I first saw it. I was so surprised na kayang bumuo ng musical with just the piano and the human voice. And it made it so powerful. And so in this case, that's what I retained. So ganun pa rin, no lapel, no anything. So they're working on their voices to make sure that they were able to. Kasi for me, iba pa rin yung naririnig mo yung tao na nagsasalita kaysa naririnig mo from an artificial sound source. It's easier to connect emotionally, it's easier to locate them on stage and to know who's talking, and mas madaling pumasok, in short. No? So in terms of hindi siya conscious, hindi ako nagsasabi, huwag mong gayahin. Kasi kung yun talaga yung kailangan para masabi yung kwento, di kailangan i-retain. But if not, kung merong akong maisip na ibang way to tell it, of course, then I'll do it. Yung sa second question naman, I didn't want to have any agenda in terms of staging it. Art, by nature, is political. And I don't even think it's a religious movie. Like, I don't know if Sir Rico would agree, no? But for me, it was just a vehicle of telling this story. Okay? Yun lang yung ginamit na milieu para makita natin kung paano nagdedesisyon itong mga Pilipino na to. And I use the word Pilipino, hindi tao, kasi ganun sa akin yung dating ng film. It's so Filipino sensibility, the decision making, that it couldn't happen anywhere else. That the situations, everything has to happen in the Philippines. So, there's no agenda to it. People will probably, it's still relevant, yes, but I don't need to have an agenda in telling the story. And I think the politics will come from whoever watches it. The politics is on you deciding whether these characters are to be judged or not to be judged. And so our job is really to, in our 4 rehearsals, what I keep reiterating is that do not play them as good or bad. Kasi wala naman talagang ganun sa mundo. We're all capable of good and bad. And do not judge your characters. We shouldn't judge them. They made decisions to survive, to cope. That makes the film beautiful. That dun lumalabas yung irony nung play. Hindi ibig sabihin pare, mabait. Hindi ibig sabihin yung role ni Nimya. Paano pwede sabihin? Sorry. Yung role na ganun, pakawala. Hindi ganun. Hindi ganun yung mga characters dun sa story. So, yun yung challenge for everyone. Kahit sabihin nila, they're chorus, ensemble. In our rehearsals, may pangalan sila. In our rehearsals, our goal is to find a character arc down to the last ensemble player. So, they move, they act. The way we group it, it's not really a blocking, it's more, sino pupuntahan mo sa eksena to? Kanino ka mag-gravitate? So, they know who their relatives are on stage, they know who they like, who they don't like in the situation, and then that's how we move it. And hopefully, doing that, removing all those artifices, the sound and all, yung mga spectacles, no? You go down to the core of the film, to the core of the musical, which is people trying to cope and survive. And hopefully that's powerful enough for you to get into the story and be invested in them, and hopefully leaving the theater feeling something. Not to be entertained or to be taken away from the current happening, but to really experience something and feel something. So if you take it as a political thing, then so be it, it's valid. If you don't take it as a political thing, then it's valid as well. So that's what we're trying to achieve. We're still in the early stages of our rehearsals, so we have 4 more weeks to go, and hopefully we get there.